Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Cyrano. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the crew, do me a quick favor, hit both the like and the subscribe button. Consider subscribing and joining the channel if you're a huge fan of budget technology just like myself. But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. So today we're going to be taking a look at this device right here. On my left and right, we have the G91 Pro from BLU, which I've been using for the last month as my main phone. And that's because it has a lot of really crazy features inside of it for a budget phone, right? And one of the main features that I want to talk about is the wireless charging feature that it does have to offer. I mean, that feature alone is really cool. But we also have some really cool features with the Samsung Galaxy A12 as well. And I do have a Poetic case on here. This is the actual Revolution case on here, I believe. And we also do have the case that did come with the BLU G91 Pro on the left right here. It definitely would be cool if manufacturers did make more cases for the BLU G91 Pro. But, you know what I'm saying, right now it's very limited to what kind of cases you're going to get. But I actually really do like that BLU G91 Pro, especially for the wireless charging feature. I can't stress how crazy that feature is. But we're going to get into a complete comparison and jump into it in a little bit more detail and kind of go over some of the features of both of these devices, which are both really good devices in the budget price point. If you're looking to save a lot of money, we have a 6.7-inch display on the BLU G91 Pro. We also do have it on the A12. The Samsung Galaxy A12, we have a 6.5-inch display. Both of these devices have 48 megapixel cameras with quad camera setups as well. We'll get into that in a little bit more detail, but they have the exact same configuration with a 48, a 5 megapixel, and two 2 megapixel cameras. And both of these devices will have a front-facing camera. One is going to be located in the punch hole right here, which is a 16 megapixel. And on the V notch, we have an 8 megapixel. So kind of just want to throw that out there. But we are going to get a wider and taller display on the BLU G91 Pro. And as far as the brightness, they both look really good. So let me just crank these both all the way up. And as far as the displays, we're actually getting a 1080 plus display, which is a 1080 by 2400, 20 by 9 aspect ratio, 393 pixels per inch on the BLU G91 Pro. But on the Samsung Galaxy, we're actually getting a 720 by 1600, 20 by 9 aspect ratio with 270 pixels per inch on there as well. So I just kind of want to show you guys how the rear cameras look when we take pictures with both of these devices, right? And kind of show you guys what the pictures look like when we are taking a photo. So this is just a quick point and shoot on both of these devices, and just kind of let you guys see how they do when you just point and shoot, right? So let me just zoom in on this photo right here, and it looks like the BLU G91 Pro might have done a better job there. Well, yeah, it did do a better job there, just with the colors and stuff like that. And you know, I mean, the detail looks better as well. It has the better colors and stuff like that, and just better details and stuff. So let me just take another photo here. Maybe I could get a better one here. All right, that time it did do HDR. So hopefully this one comes out a little bit better. Yeah, so that's a little bit better actually. And so it does keep up with the G91 Pro, but I do prefer the G91 Pro because that wood looks a lot more realistic as well. You can see the wood is more colorful, has more contrast to it. And it just did a better job of, you know what I'm saying, with the overall photo, when the details on the wood and even on the gun, the details are pretty cool as well. But I just think that I like the colors that it did here. Even though right here it's kind of true to life, it kind of does look how it does look realistic here. This looks more realistic as far as the colors. Let me turn the brightness up, it's all the way up. And the display seems to be getting a lot brighter on the BLU G91 Pro as well. So when it comes to the G91 Pro, I really like this device for gaming. It's got that Helio G90 chipset with the smooth and ultra frame rate. So that's the best setting you could possibly put it on. It also has an IPS LCD display Android 11 with the MT6785, which is the Helio G90 12nm processing chip. Coupled inside of there, you will get the Mali G76 MC4 as well. And the BLU G91 Pro does have a gyroscope. It also has a compass, proximity sensor, accelerometer, as well as a fingerprint and facial recognition too. Now on this device right here, the BLU G91 Pro, it just has a really good speaker on here. It gets really loud, but we do get in Bluetooth 4.1, so just keep that in mind. But it doesn't really matter that it's 4.1. In my opinion, for the price, it's gonna perform pretty decently.
Blue team has scored for the first time.
So I definitely think that the gameplay on here is worth mentioning and saying that it's definitely gonna be a good budget device for gaming. In this price point, it's definitely gonna be really good. But you could definitely like get a lot of kills and one-ups on your enemy in this game, so I definitely say this does have some really good gameplay on it. Now when it comes to the bodies of both of these devices, you can see we have this multi-textured pattern with the matte finish right here, and you get the matte finish on this device. We do get the side mounted fingerprints as well as the volume rockers on both sides. When we get the speaker at the top, well, not the speaker, but the microphones at the top. And then on this side, we get a dedicated Google Assistant button, which is actually pretty cool. SIM tray slots right there for expansion of your storage. And then you do get the headphone jacks, microphone, Type-C, and speakers on here. And they're both mono speakers as well. So let's just jump into some gameplay on the A12 real quick. And I just want to throw out there that we are getting 30 watts fast charging on the BLU G91 Pro, which is actually really crazy. So we definitely get that 30 watts fast charging on there. Now we are going to get 15 watts fast charging on the A12. We also do have Bluetooth 5.0 as well. We also do have for the sensors, we're getting an accelerometer on here, but we don't have the gyroscope. So I just kind of want to throw that out there. But this device isn't going to be as high quality when it comes to gaming, because we do, on this guy, we do have the Power VR GE8320. As said, for the Samsung Galaxy A12, we're actually getting that Helio P35 coupled with 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of internal storage on here. And they both do have 5,000 milliamp hour batteries, but when it comes to the graphics, we don't really get those advanced settings. We get the medium and smooth. So we don't get the ultra or we do get the smooth, but we don't get the ultra fast frame rates on this guy. And as far as the displays, there is a difference. We have a PLS IPS display on this one versus the IPS LCD on the actual BLU G91 Pro. So, I really like both of these devices. And let's just listen to the speakers on here, because they do get Dolby Atmos, but it's not going to be through the speaker. It's going to be through headphones or like I'm talking about. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. You scroll down and you could actually turn on Dolby Atmos, but not on the speakers on this device, because it's a mono speaker, and it says it'll only work on the actual, it'll only work on headphones. So this is the graphics. They actually look pretty smooth on here. And we did get a kill right there, which is good. And we just got a second kill, which is really good. So this game does play very well, does play pretty smooth. It's not going to be like a gaming phone in the least bit, but it will be pretty smooth when you're gaming on here. So I just got to stress, we do get some pretty decent gameplay on here when it comes to using this device. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and test the sound quality on both of these devices. So on the left we do have the Samsung Galaxy A12, and on the right we do have the G91 Pro. So let's just go and see which one sounds better. This is the A12. All right, let's listen to the G91 Pro. All right, so basically you could hear a little bit more bass in the G91 Pro. So overall, I'm gonna give it to the G91 Pro when it comes to the out loud speakers. Another thing to note is that both of these devices do have Android 10. We do have that edge panel on here, which makes it a little bit more easy to get to your multitasking. Now I do want to test out the 8 megapixel and the 16 megapixel cameras. So let's just open up the camera one more time. And let's just take a look at the front facing cameras, and then we'll wrap up the video real quick. But this one has an 8 megapixel, this one has a 16 megapixel, and I just want to see which one takes a better shot. So we do get two different perspectives. We get that close-up one on the Samsung, and then we get that wide one on the Samsung. And I like the wide one a little bit better. And let me see. Okay, it looks like there. You could actually zoom in on this one too, which is kind of crazy too. So I'll try to make that even to the same size like as the one on the left. All right, cool. So it's like the same size. Let's hit the selfie shot. One more for good luck. Okay, let's take a look at that. Kind of see which one takes a better selfie shot, and I think it's the G91 Pro because you could see the colors are a lot different, and you know, it just looks a lot more, you know what I'm saying, as far as, let me show you the colors. I look more tan on the G91 Pro, which is how I look in real life, and I look more pale on the A12. So let me do that one more time. Yeah, and that G91 just looks really good when it comes to the colors of my face. As far as the overall quality, they do pretty good, but I kind of like the colors a little bit better on the BLU G91 Pro when it comes to the front-facing camera. But overall, these are gonna have pretty similar battery life. We both get 48 megapixels, but I kind of like the BLU G91 Pro camera a little bit better. They both offer facial unlock. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So that's pretty cool, right? You get that secondary option for facial recognition, and then you also get the primary option, which is the side-mounted fingerprint on this one and the rear-mounted fingerprint on this one. And both of these devices do have some pretty nice, you know, speeds when it comes to budget devices. This has 4 gigabytes of RAM, this has 6. This one has 128, this has 64. So, you know, they do have really good designs. 6.4-inch display versus a 6.7. I like the speakers a little bit better on the G91 Pro, but the Bluetooth feature will be a little bit better on the Samsung. And these are both built really solid. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, and I'm gonna get right back with you later, crew. Peace.